My dear son, Artemy, I write to you after so many years apart in the hopes that you may find a way to return to us.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you are following me for some time and have seen my previous video, you could probably guess that astrologers proclaimed the month of plague on my channel. Pathologic 2 is a narrative-driven survival game, and it is so obscure that I needed to take even more Prozac than I usually do. Don't be afraid of number 2 in the title, be afraid of number 3. It's not a sequel, but a reimagined version of the original game, so you don't need to play the first one. The developer is a Russian studio called Pathologic. They are famous for their amazing philosophic stories, so I decided to switch the game interface to Russian to get a better understanding of what's actually going on. Luckily, YouTube is fully packed with quick Russian language courses. If you're on YouTube Pathologic games, you might be a bit confused in the very beginning, as the game starts with a weird scenario filled with odd symbolic moments. As the time goes on, the story embraces you and holds you tight, but can you hold it? You play as a surgeon who has just arrived in his hometown after receiving a distressing letter from his father. This place is not welcoming, but you have to spend here 12 days to unravel local mysteries, fight the cruel disease and save the town from its horrible fate. The world and its inhabitants ask a lot of strange questions. Collect these questions along with your impressions in a stylish quest log. Although most game mechanics are kinda familiar, they are presented in a very twisted way, which adds a point to the superlunary atmosphere. Gather information by small fragments from NPCs, your consciousness, which is also an NPC, and surreal dreams when you go to sleep. No rest for the wicked. These eerie masked creatures are invisible to everybody but you. You can ask them for a piece of bread or a piece of advice. Bread is more useful, as very soon you meet your arch-enemy, hunger. Survival part is punishing. Your condition is represented by several status meters. Apart from unveiling the well-written story, you need to make both ends meet. That's a lot of things to do actually, in a very limited time frame. Water is totally accessible, as well as a warm bed. But food probably lacks calories here, as you need a ton of it every day. You can tell that in real-life simulators like DayZ and Minecraft, all you need is a can of baked beans a day. But the world in Pathologic 2 has its own rules. Even NPCs say eat every hour or die. I've never seen the locals eating, that's probably why a lot of people die here every day. If you are still wondering what the hell is it all about, I've got a quick guide for you. Walk a lot and talk a lot, manage your time and status meters, barter with hobos and children, check the trash cans, kill people and loot their bodies for coins, medicine and organs, break into houses and steal stuff, check the trash cans again, sleep, wake up, face the consequences of what you've done before, fall into deep depression, repeat. Don't forget you are a surgeon and your duty is to cure the sick. You can't help everybody, so tough choices should be made, and people will die anyway, everybody dies, even you. Pathologic 2 has a lot of characters, apart from the regular townsfolk. Every conversation with them bears some dreamy and theatrical vibe. The lines are full of philosophy, humor, subtle implications, and Russian culture code.
If only we knew who did away with your father, we'd spare the beast nothing.
The town, with its irregular architectural shapes, emits a magnetic aura, but its tangled layout and color palette, inspired by occasional sunny days in St. Petersburg, grant you a suffocating feeling of despair. The music ramps this feeling up and transfers you to some kind of ambient festival, where you are the only person that is not on drugs. Pathologic 2 is not an ideal game when it comes to technical execution and some game design choices. Combat is messy. After several encounters with bandits, I decided to avoid any battles by entering random houses. FPS drops everywhere, enough said. AI has issues. Hunger is unbearable. I Speak Large already announced a patch that will allow to change difficulty. We'll see the result in a couple of weeks. Keep in mind that in current version you can play only as one character, Heraspix. Bachelor and Changeling will be added later. It all can sound like an unpublished David Lynch screenplay with controversial hunger mechanics and clumsy combat system, but if you want to try something really unconventional and your body is a sucker for nightmare fuel, go and buy Pathologic 2. The world and its story are truly awesome and the level of immersion is over the top. Shout out to my Plague Liquidation team. Child in a wolf mask, enormous bull, spirit animal, dancers, dude in a creepy mask, Michelangelo, Baba Yaga. And now, if you excuse me, I need a rehab in some comfy game as I've been playing Pathologic for too long. Thank you guys for watching, have a good one.